Hey, you guys, this is Eve from BitcoinKindergarten.com, author of the DeFi Crypto Assets and DeFi Tracker paper workbook, so you can write down all of the assets you've bought so that 10 years from now, when they're worth $5 million, you don't have to wonder where they are. If you're new to the channel, hit subscribe and then the bell button and all. That way you can get notified when I come on. And you're free to ask me any crypto related question or even some questions about trading. So I just want to come on for a minute today and tell you how to get rich in Bitcoin. And this is a pretty much 100% foolproof strategy unless something odd should happen to Bitcoin and it loses value in the long run, which shows no signs of doing any of the such thing. As you might know, Elon Musk announced yesterday that you can now buy a Tesla with Bitcoin. And what he's really planning to do is do this DeFi works. That's another subject, but now with crypto, you can borrow money, you can lend money. So it's going to be like you collateralize your Bitcoin. Anyway, if you're on this channel, you probably don't want to know about that. You just want to know how you can get rich and how anyone can get rich, even if you're not good at math, even if you know nothing about trading, even if you are not even smart. You know, it's really about as easy as playing like level 1 of the simplest video game. So the way to get rich in crypto, and it's really what I've done and many people have done. You're going to see shows all day long about trading, when to buy, when to sell, what's going on, the price going up, the price going down. Well, these things are really not important, and it's not necessary to know any of them. Trading is, you can make a lot more money quicker, perhaps, but you also lose more money. So, you know, trading in the stock market, most traders lose money. I think in crypto it's probably a little better because crypto is just such a more appreciating asset. It's always going up more than the stock, so it's going up faster. So you probably make more money, but that's very stressful. Just even buying Bitcoin itself is stressful. So many people I know are so afraid to buy even $20 worth. So you can buy $20 worth of Bitcoin today. I have the link below to Coinbase. It is an insured trust. It's like a bank. If somebody got hacked or if you lost your password or whatever, you're going to be totally fine. So it's very good for newbies. You know, a lot of people in crypto are like, oh, Coinbase is no good, blah, blah, blah. But that's not true. Elon Musk bought $1.5 billion worth of Bitcoin on Coinbase. It's really the safest, most secure. So click on my link below and you get extra $5. I get extra $10. Other than that, you know, I'm not getting a huge amount out of telling you this, but this is really true. I come on here, I tell all my friends, I tell my parents, I tell everyone, get some crypto, it's going to change your life. So that's my major goal. You know, you maybe if you click on my Coinbase link today and it's worth $10, probably in a year it'll be worth, you know, like $40. So it's really good. So dollar cost averaging is the safest, most secure way to become a Bitcoin investor. So all you do is too simple. It's so simple. I'm going to explain it and then I'm just going to go on and on about it because there's really nothing more to say. Dollar cost averaging means that you just buy all the time. You're not looking, is the price up? Is the price down? Should I get in here? Should I sell here? No, you're just always buying. You can put automatic on a Coinbase. They'll take a certain amount out of your bank account every week, every month, or whatever you choose. I don't do that because I don't always have money in my bank account. But maybe this year, coming year, I will, and I'll start doing that. But what I do is and I haven't bought for a while because the price went up so much. And for me, you know, all of us people that have been in a long time, this seems like a high price. But a year from now, it's going to seem like a low price, 51 or 52, whatever it's at. And also, it took a major dip today. We have a lot of major dips, but when we're dollar cost averaging, we don't need to worry about dips. So dollar cost averaging just means you always buy it. You don't worry about what the price is. And I couple that with if it really dips a long term, for weeks or months, or we're in a serious bear market like we were last year and then the year before. Like I bought a lot right after the stock market crashed because Bitcoin also crashed. And then at one point, like a year and a half ago, it was at 3,000 for Bitcoin. So 3,500 or something like that. So I put whatever money I have in. When it really dips, you just try to go get an extra job, do whatever you can to buy more. That's how you get wealthy in Bitcoin. You can watch all of my other videos that explain why it's such a valuable asset. The main reason is that it's the biggest computer network. It is now the third biggest currency after, I do believe it's the dollar and the euro. I don't know if it's a yuan, but it's number 3 is Bitcoin now. And all the corporations now are putting all of their earnings into Bitcoin, because Bitcoin does not devalue, because you can't just click the money printer and make more Bitcoin. Nobody owns Bitcoin. Nobody can change the future of Bitcoin. It's in a very amazing genius technology that happened, and now 13 years later it's proven to work. So that's amazing. I mean, it's just gone up. I mean, a few years ago people were worried when the price went up to like 1,000. So many people sold all their Bitcoin then. Now they're like, oh, I've never sold my Bitcoin. I only sold it twice and I bought it right back. I have used a little Bitcoin to get alt. So dollar cost averaging, that's all it is. It just means you don't worry about what the market is. You're just investing whenever you can. What I did, I never had an automatic investments, but I just, whenever I had a little money, be it $10, $30, $500, whatever amount I had, I'll just buy Bitcoin and just let it sit and let it grow. And especially get it on Coinbase, because if there's other ways to get it that's more complicated. And if you lose your seed phrase or you forget what exchange you bought it on, then you could be out of luck for good. But in Coinbase, you can just like, I had an account here. I don't know what it was. Certainly can find whatever email you use by checking your emails. So that's dollar cost averaging, and it's a great way to get rich. Also get some Ethereum, maybe a little bit of Polkadot. I mean, you can get some other things too, but Bitcoin is the gold standard. It is the most amazing asset that's ever been created. Smash the likes, put all your questions below, and I'm going to usually put my phone number there. You can call in to ask questions, or you can type in the live chat. So dollar cost averaging is too simple. There's nothing else I can say about it. It's really that simple. I have also another friend in Dubai, and he was a very good trader. He was a Forex trader. And that was around when Bitcoin was like 3,800. And he had sold all of his Bitcoin previously according to charts and things that he had analyzed. And he's actually a pretty good trader. However, he's like, I'm going to wait for it to go to 3,400 or some number like that. And that's when I'm going to go in. Like, he had studied the charts and picked this perfect number to go in. But guess what? Bitcoin never went down that low. So he could have got it at 3,800. And right now, Bitcoin is worth $52,000 for one. So you don't have to buy one. You can buy, on Coinbase, you can do $10 worth. Yeah, let's see how it's doing today. We're having like a super crazy day in Bitcoin. It had a huge drop, but I think this is what happened. There's people that's called EFTs, so traders are trading on futures and shorting and longing. So there is market manipulation. However, in the long run, the Bitcoin is just going up. If it dips, it's because of traders, big corporate traders who are trying to buy up more. There's only going to ever be 21 million Bitcoin ever. And there's already 18 million of them produced. So there's going to be a huge shortage. It's going to be super crazy. All the corporations, since Elon Musk is leading the way, and now he's so far ahead of everyone, and people realize it's a man that has an idea what he's doing in business. So now these corporations, which are much, slower, I think they're going to have to speed up because in crypto, things go fast. All right, hit the likes, make a question. I think I might have my Cash App there. If you want to ask me a direct question, you can send me a Cash App donation, like $20 or something. Maybe, 20, maybe 10 if I was in a good mood. But at least $20 for a simple question, and I will answer you the question. I have done very well. And just so you know, there's a lot of people out there. There's tons of YouTubers. I have friends who recently were like very smart people, and they started buying an XRP and doing all these crazy stuff. I'm like, where are you getting your information? So there's a lot of information out there right now. I'm a very simple person, and I tell the truth. And I really started off investing. Somebody gave me a couple $100 worth. And then after that, sometimes I just invest $10. Like, I just didn't go out to eat, didn't do all this stuff. And it's totally changed my life. And there are many of us like this. And, if you stick around, ask some questions, find out who are the trustworthy people in crypto, because, some people just like to show off, That's the same way with all traders and stocks. Like, they make it look like they're doing amazing, but they're really not, So you don't, or they have these great, theories, this and that, but they're very complicated. But that's just that person, how their mind is working. It doesn't mean it's true. Like, I'm common sense. I've been fortunate enough to follow like Ivan on Tech, who's not live streaming anymore, unfortunately. Mostly Ivan, Altcoin Daily, but those guys are a little all over the place. Like, I wouldn't try to follow their trading advice, but they give great news advice. They one day they said that they're like the top number one big crypto videos, and then I heard the guy was like, I'm almost gonna have one Bitcoin, and you're like, you're the number one, you don't even have one Bitcoin. And guess what? That was 6 months ago, and guess what? Bitcoin was at then like $9,000 for one. And they would say over and over, this is going to be the last time to get Bitcoin under 10,000. You go up and down, and they'd keep saying it. But you know what? They were, of course, I don't think Bitcoin will go down to 10,000 ever again. So what I'm saying is, also some of these shows are sponsored. They will admit it, but still you're going to be influenced, in a way that might not be beneficial to you. So I just use common sense, and I was like, I can't believe people lost money in crypto, and I don't even understand how they lost. And the reason is that they got scared in the dips and sold. That is the only way you can lose in crypto. It's the only way. Also, if you want to make sure you triple never lose in crypto, if you do get a huge spike, you can sell some bills. Don't sell half, just sell some. Pay some bills, buy yourself something nice, go on a trip, whatever. And so that's called taking profits. It's good to also take profits. That way you can be assured you never lose your money. So say if you invested right today, like $20, you're like, okay, I'm gonna do $20 a week, okay, forever. And say that I'm not gonna do the math, but just say, okay, you had invested $2,000, and then all of a sudden your account is worth like $5,000, or let's say $7,000. It's worth $7,000. Well, you can take out your initial $2,000, or like $1,500. You don't want to sell too much of your Bitcoin, but you should sell a little just to make sure. That's like 100% foolproof that you can't lose money. I have a friend today, only in November, she took some of my advice, got some crypto, and she said she put in, what did she say? She put in $19,000, and now she has $29,000. So that's $10,000 since November. That's pretty good. And she didn't really even buy like this. She bought Bitcoin and some other coins, but she didn't even buy some other really good ones that go up. I'm going to have a paid group. I do altcoins. I do low cap gems, hidden gems. It's way more complicated to do that. It's not the scope of this show. but I do know how to do it, and I happen to be also extremely successful in it. Amazing. It's just because I know who to follow and who to listen to. And then I don't get upset when we're tanking, like today we're tanking. I'm not depressed, but a lot of people really get upset. You just have to let it out, go do something else. So yesterday we were on a high because of this Tesla announcement. Everybody's, oh my God, called everybody I know. My parents, get some crypto today. The price is going to go to the moon. And then today it tanks. So that's the world of crypto, but you're still early. So, okay, you couldn't get it when it was 10. You couldn't get it when it was 3,400. I couldn't get it when it was 100. I couldn't get it when it was 5 cents. So, but we're still early. Only 1 in 15 people has Bitcoin. So that's a terrible statistic. I don't know if it's the United States or the world or what, but most people do not have Bitcoin, and it's still early. The price is expected to just keep skyrocketing. So if you're listening to this, you're still early. You're not too late. And guess what? It doesn't matter, because this is one chance. I understood when I understood about Bitcoin. I understood it because I lived in a country where the money devalued. So I understood why this is a good thing. In the United States, we've had a stable currency in my lifetime. Stable enough, not like devastatingly you lose all your money like they do in Argentina, Turkey, Lebanon, Mexico, so many places. So I understood, the value of it. And that's why I got in. Even if you don't understand it, just get in. You can understand later. But, it's not a speculative. It's not for drug dealers. And amazingly, it hasn't been in the news, like Elon Musk saying he's going to, oh my God, I'm like so late for something I'm supposed to be doing. Hold on. I'm going to put my Zoom on. I do abs. I have like an 8-minute abs program. And we do other exercises. I got to see if the Zoom's on. I've never missed it ever. Okay, yeah, sometimes people don't come at the noontime slot, but it's 3 times a day. And that's how we stay fit, and that's how we have fun. Okay, thank God I did not miss my abs. Join my abs, man. It will change your life too. Between doing abs and Bitcoin, oh my God, you're going to be so happy. I'm happy. All of us Bitcoin people were happy all year. Like, oh, this chaos and bad news everywhere. And we're like, look at our Bitcoin, look at our DeFi, look at our altcoins. We're just doing better and better. So come to the team optimism. So that's what I was going to say. You're going to hear this. Oh, so I went to look at the news, which I rarely do. I have a theory. Most people who got into crypto are not people who are watching the news, because if you watch the news, they just have all the negative news about, oh, it's like drug dealers. So Elon Musk saying you can buy a Tesla with Bitcoin is a major financial news in the history of the world, right? How long have we been using the dollar in this country? For a couple hundred years, maybe. And now somebody comes out, the richest company in the world, comes out and says, okay, we're going to use Bitcoin now. Then he comes out the next day and says, I'm not even going to cash it out. I'm going to keep the Bitcoin. I'm not even going to change it to dollars. And today he came out and he's talking about decentralized finance. So huge life-changing things are happening, yet it wasn't in the Google News, which is some stuff, how somebody's brother got the vaccine because they were friends. And shouldn't be that way. Like, that's the news, but that is not life-changing, world-changing, economy-changing, social network, everything-changing news. So it's, it's not out there. So if you're in the crypto community, we know what's going on, and we are on top of things. But if you're out there in the news world, they're like, oh, I don't know. This is scary. This is, speculative. This is so high risk. This is so, drug dealers and what can happen and hackers. And I don't know what all they say, but all of these people that used to say that are now investing in all the big banks are invested in Bitcoin. The Secretary of the Treasury, Janice Yellen, said that Bitcoin is like gold. So if you're not in Bitcoin, you're staying on the sidelines. And that's why I tell my friends to get some, because, 10 years from now, people with a Bitcoin might be all the wealthy people, and the people with the dollars are just like left out in the cold. This is a once in a lifetime opportunity to change your financial status in a pretty easy, pretty quick way. All right. Smash the likes. You can send me donations just for thank you. And my friend who I helped made that $10,000. I'm gonna send Ivan some money. He helped me make a lot of money. Ciao.